All right, everybody, we're gonna show you another transfer, a dependent squat pivot transfer using a sheet. You can't use a gait belt in this scenario. You would just swap it out for the sheet for what I'm gonna show you. All right, so this would be used for patients who are dependent, not able to help. So this is just to get them from one surface to another. This isn't necessarily used to treat them, teach them how to transfer. It's just to help them do that dependent transfer so you can do whatever activity it is you're working towards. All right, so with this, you still want to follow the same concept. You want the wheelchair to be locked. You want to make sure the wheels are tucked away, not going to interfere with your transfer. You want to make sure the armrest is removed on the side that you're going to. Our patient is positioned nicely already, so that's very good. We have her scooted forward, so she's ready to go. And then we're going to have her feet point into the direction that her hips are going to be moving. So with this, just like with the squat pivot transfer, when we went over top of the patient, we're going to use that head-hip relationship. So her hips are going to be going into the direction of the chair, so we're going to have her head go into the opposite direction, which you'll see in just a second, but that's going to be onto the therapist hip. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and drape the sheet over top of our patient just to get it set up. All right, so I'm going to be in front of her, blocking her so she is stable throughout this. So you're going to have her lean into your hip, and you're going to tuck the sheet under her ischial tuberosity, then the other side underneath the other ischial tuberosity. You want to make sure it's nice and snug under there, for when you're ready, you'll have a nice hold of it. All right, before you start, you want to always make sure your wheelchair is in the perfect place, which it is. All right, so with this, you're also going to think about your leg placement. So my inner leg, we're going to call the inner leg the side that's going towards the wheelchair. We're going to have it go back. It's going to be a little bit more of a wider stance. And then my outer leg here, we're going to have it closer, blocking her. That way my leg is not going to be in the way of the pivot. So what we're going to do, if we're thinking of that head-hip relationship, we're going to have her head go onto my hip, which is the opposite direction of the direction her hip will go. All right, I'm going to get a nice hold of this sheet. Make sure it's nice and sturdy. I'm going to go ahead and have my inner foot ready. And then we're going to help transfer her over using the sheet. I have a relatively straight arm for a nice lever, and then we're going to transfer over and then help your patient come back up to sitting. All right, and that's it.